video?
I have several times, and I've also shown it to my training people and the people in charge of our professional compliance bureau to get their take on it. And their take is the same as mine. It's horrific to see, and it's uncalled for. There's absolutely no justification for what that officer did and how he did it. It's not anything that is taught here. Most police departments do not train like that. If you look at it operationally and what you want to try to accomplish if you're trying to control somebody, that's not where you would put your knee anyhow. The training justifies if you're going to try to control somebody when you handcuff them is to put your knee in the middle of their back. But the bottom line is this: when somebody's handcuffed and they're not resisting, there's no reason to apply that method of force for any reason whatsoever. And it's clearly there that he is not resisting any way, shape, or form. So there's no justification for that, and I fully expect that that officer is going to be charged with something. The bottom line is this: it shouldn't have happened. It's horrific that it did happen, and maybe the police departments that are up in there should look at their training, should look at their policies. It's a policy here that even if there's something transpiring and there's 2 or 3 officers there and one officer sees something that isn't right, that he'll come forward or even stop it in the process. And I think that most professional police officers would not just stand by and watch something like that happen. In fact, when we use force and take somebody into custody, if they're injured or they have a complaint that they're not feeling well, we'll call the paramedics right there to the scene. And if they have to, we'll get them to the hospital immediately. So those policies are in place, but our training is never designed to have that happen. So it's proven to come forward in this particular situation that we really do have a good relationship within our communities.
You're reading ahead to some of my questions, because
Yeah.
that was one of my follow-ups. I was going to
Yeah.
ask about the social media posts. I've seen a lot of good engagement during
Yes.
this time where there's a lot of stress. I mean, I've done several stories about mental health during this time.
Mhm.
People can feel agitated. That can lead to acting out or
Yeah.
certain situations that aren't in their character, right?
Right.
How important is community engagement?
Well, it's real important, and that's why my marching orders during this pandemic was basically, we're going to walk softly. And what that means is a lot of warnings. We've only had to issue 1 NTA, notice to appear, through this entire period since this started, to 1 business person. We've had voluntary compliance in a lot of areas, interacting with people, saying, look, here's the reason you need to comply, and worked well. The food distribution points that we've had, getting people to the testing sites, the interaction within the communities has been fantastic. The deputies have been great, and really the community's been great. So we've kind of all worked together to get through this, and I think it's worked real well.
Where do you feel like you stand in the community?
I think we do a good job. I think, and the evidence of that is exactly what we were talking about with this pandemic. We've had great responses, we've had great relationships, and we've been able to navigate through this with very, very little problems. To me, that was the litmus test right there.